Hey everybody, Adam Payne here, coming at you from Central Japan with Beers with Adam and the Video Marketing Insider. It's really hot here, it's nearing 40 degrees. Luckily I'm inside, but I'll get straight to it. This video is going to be my Aweber review. Now, we're going to cover a lot of things in this video. I'll try and keep it short and sweet though. A lot of you watching this video, in fact the large majority, will know what Aweber is. But if you don't know what Aweber is a kind of autoresponder. An autoresponder is a must-have if you're trying to make money online. Regardless of your niche, regardless of your business model, you are going to need some form of autoresponder. Now, an autoresponder is a system which allows you to collect emails and then send out emails to those people as and when you wish. Now, you can send out emails providing tips in your niche, you can give advice, you can build relationships, but you can also sell your own products and services. You can also recommend other people's products and services as an affiliate. And every single marketer that I know that's successful online builds a list, and they use an autoresponder to do that. Now, Aweber is just one of the options on the marketplace. I'm not saying it's the best or the worst, it's the one I use, so I can only talk about my own personal experience. Now, I'm in the video marketing niche mainly. I do affiliate stuff on the side, but I am in the video marketing niche mainly. So, of course, I want people to join my email list. So I create, little websites like this. Now, this one here is where I offer a free software, but I don't just give it to anybody. If you want to get this free software, then you have to give me your email address. So let's just say somebody's on Facebook, they're on YouTube, they're on Instagram, they're on Twitter, wherever it may be, and they come across this website through my advertising, through my marketing, through my SEO. And they think, oh, this looks good because I'm trying to learn about video. So they put in their email address here and they click this button. When that happens, they're automatically entered onto my Aweber autoresponder, which of course is completely legal. All the privacy policies and contact us and terms of service are clearly here. Once that happens, they then receive emails that I have pre-written inside of Aweber that go out at predetermined intervals. So for example, one email will come straight away, the next one will come tomorrow, the next one will come the day after. And through those emails, I introduce myself, I give them this software because that's what I promised, and I encourage them to ask me questions regarding video marketing, and I build a rapport with these people. And then, of course, over time, I direct these people to my private Facebook group. I encourage them to buy my products and services, and some do, some don't, of course. And then the ones that don't, I then recommend other people's products or services. And over time, some of these people decide to unsubscribe. They don't want to hear from me anymore, and that's fine. It's within their right to do so. Other people become loyal customers and, friends online. But you need an autoresponder to be able to do this. This is another one of my pages where I offer a PDF. And there are tons of these pages you can create, tons of ways of creating these pages. That's not what this review is about, but I just wanted to explain this for the complete beginner. And once you've done that, people opt in, they go onto your autoresponder list. Now, this is Aweber's homepage. I'll log in a second to one of my accounts, but this is Aweber's homepage. Now, Aweber offers you 1 month free. So you sign up, and the first month is free, and then after that you pay $19 per month. As your list of email addresses or subscribers grows, the amount you pay increases as well, and that's how most autoresponders work. Some are more expensive, some are cheaper. We'll get into the pros and cons of the competition in a second. So for some of you that are just getting started, you may not want to pay $19 per month. However, once this is created and set up and you've got emails coming in and you've got emails going out, $19 a month is absolutely nothing, and you can make thousands of dollars daily if you have a big enough list and you have a good enough relationship with the people on your list. It's your responsibility to craft emails that build relationships and not to be the kind of marketer that just promotes a different thing every single day. So as you can read this for yourself, but as you scroll down, you get phone, chat and email support. You can do some more advanced stuff. We're not going to get into all of this stuff right now because it's more advanced. And if you decide you want to buy monthly, quarterly, annually, you get a little bit of discount as well. They've got a phone number, you can call them up. Now, the reason that I recommend Aweber personally over the competition, which I'll talk about now, is personal experience. Now, there are other companies out there as well. We have GetResponse is another kind of main competitor or rival of Aweber. We can click on GetResponse's homepage and have a look at them. I've used GetResponse in the past as well. It works in a very, very similar way. If we click on their pricing, I'm not up to date with their current pricing. It may be cheaper, it may be slightly more expensive, I don't know. So you can see it's fairly similar. It's fairly similar. Now, the reason that I advocate Aweber over GetResponse is a couple of things. I started off with Aweber when I first came online. I then moved over to GetResponse, and then I moved back to Aweber, where I've been ever since. The large majority of email marketers that I know use Aweber. It's been around for a long time. Also, from my personal experience, the customer support with Aweber is top-notch. They reply very promptly, it's very personal, and they've helped me out every single time. GetResponse, it's been hit and miss. I've had some good stuff and some bad stuff. Also, when you send emails out, not every single email you send out goes to the receiver's inbox. Some will go to their spam folder, some will go to their promotions tab on Gmail, and there are techniques and ways to make sure that you can get into the inbox. But I found that Aweber emails inbox much better than GetResponse. Now, there are other services like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign which have, you know, other pros and cons. I've not used ActiveCampaign. MailChimp they don't like affiliate marketers. So if you want to promote other people's products or services, you've got to be a bit careful. Aweber's kind of cool with that stuff. There are, you know, self-hosted autoresponders you can set up, but you need to be a little bit technical with that stuff. There are WordPress plugins, but, you know, sometimes they get buggy. And there are things like Infusionsoft, which are more high-end solutions. I'll show you that. Infusionsoft. Now, Infusionsoft is very expensive, and some people call it Confusionsoft because it can be quite hard to set up, and you often have to outsource the setting up of it. But a lot of big names do use Infusionsoft, and if you do have the budget, it may be something you may want to look at. I'll just go to the pricing here. We'll see what the pricing is. So it starts at 80 bucks a month, and at the complete beginner, let's say you have, you know, 5,000 contacts, $184 a month. You know, then it goes up to, you know, several $100 a month, and that's for one account. So basically, I would recommend Aweber just if you're starting off. And the large majority of people that I know, they'll stick with Aweber, and they'll just, you know, pay more money as their account grows, purely because they're making enough money to cover the costs anyway. So I'm just gonna go and log into one of my accounts. I've got several accounts, so let me just log into one of them. Give me a second while I log in. Let's log into this one right now. This is, oops, let's try a different one then. Let me pause the video and I'll go and try and find the password for that one. It might have expired. Okay, so this is a different one. So you can see this particular account has just under 4,000 people on it. Now, I'm not a list builder. This is small. This is not a lot of people. I mean, when you're getting started, it seems like a lot of people, but believe me, this is not a lot of people. Now, despite the fact that I have a very, very small list, I have a good relationship with my list because of how I treat them, how I interact with them, and that I don't just promote a load of crap basically every single day. So you can have a small list and be very profitable with it, or you can have, you know, a big list, and if you treat a big list right, then you can make even more money. But basically what happens is when you log into your account, you can create different kinds of lists, and each list can be congruent to a particular area, a particular product, a particular niche. So maybe you've got your own product which teaches people how to do Facebook advertising. So you may have one list for people that are interested in Facebook ads. You may have another list for people that have bought your product. You may have another list for people that have, you know, registered for a webinar of yours. And you can create as many of these lists as you want. Now, within Aweber, once you actually create a list, you can decide to do two kinds of basic emails. You can decide to create follow-up series, which are emails which go out automatically at predetermined intervals, or you can create broadcasts, which are emails that you write there and then, and you either send immediately to everybody or certain segments, or you decide to set them to go out, you know, tomorrow night at 3 p.m. New York time. It's completely up to you. And both of these have their pros and cons. Now, with follow-up series, what can happen is people can opt into your list. So for example, they'll come to this page, they'll opt in, and I do nothing. All I make sure is that these emails are pre-written and pre-set up, and then they go out whenever anybody opts into my list. They'll go out to that particular person on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, for as long as you want. For the broadcasts, I write them either the day before or the week before if I'm promoting an affiliate product or something where time is of the essence. It has to be done now. So legacy follow-up series is great for kind of set and forget, so you can be hands off. Broadcast is when you've got to do something which is really, really up to date. So let me give you an example. We'll go to one particular list. I have a product called the Video Marketing Insider, and if I go to my legacy follow-up series, for that particular one, let's see if I can find it. Okay, so you can see people opt in to this particular page, for example, and then they'll come here and I will send them this automatically. Now if we click on this, this is an email. 70% of people that opt in open up this email. Of course, a few people, you know, forget they've opted in. Some people will give you a fake email address, can't be helped. Other people will just, you know, it'll go to their junk folder and they won't be able to find it. There's a whole bunch of reasons why people won't answer it. But I just write emails, and I write emails like this, and, you know, this one comes in and I ask questions. Good tip. When in your first email, encourage people to reply. If people reply, there's a much better chance of future emails hitting the inbox. So this is something that happens automatically, and I actually put the link in here to the relevant free gift. Then I have this email which is sent to go out 1 day later. Sorry, I've covered the headline because I want to keep that to myself. And then we get another one which comes a day after that, and so on and so forth. And you can see gradually the open rate goes down. That can't be helped. And throughout the email series, at a specific point, I introduce my product, Video Marketing Insider. Some buy, some don't. Some people need several emails to buy. And if people don't buy, when they get to the end of that legacy follow-up series, I have it set up so that they get automatically moved onto a new list where I send emails about video marketing, but I send cheaper offers or affiliate offers because they may not be interested in my product, but they may still want to buy a product related to that particular issue that they're having. And Aweber just is very intuitive. It's very easy to set up. They have a lot of tutorials inside, and, you know, once you get the hang of it, you know, it's very, very simple. The first time you log in, of course, you're going to get a little bit lost. You're going to want to look around. If you get stuck, they've got help option here. You can create sign-up forms here. You can look at your subscribers here. So you can go to manage subscribers, for example, and you can download your subscribers in a CSV file. Then you can upload that file to Facebook, upload it to Google AdWords, and then you can market to these people on Facebook and AdWords without actually having to send them emails. So there's a variety of things you can do. You can decide your list settings as well. So if we click on list settings for this one, you can decide, I've got to block out my address, of course, but you can personalize your list. You can click on a confirmation message. You could decide whether they have to confirm opt-in or not, and there are pros and cons for both of these. And we don't want to get too much into that because then we're getting into, you know, email marketing tips. But Aweber's, you know, super easy to use. It's probably the first or second, you know, tool that I ever bought online when I first got started, and I'm still using it. Yes, I switched to GetResponse and I came back, but I've always had an autoresponder, and it's something that you just really, it's one of those tools where it's not a maybe or a could have, it's a must have. There are tons of other tools which you may not need, but they can benefit you in some way. But an autoresponder of some sort is something that's imperative. You know, do your research, check out the competition, but to my mind, Aweber is the best to get started, and once you're there, you probably stick with it for a long time. I do have a link in this video description should you want to buy it and get it. If you just want to, and yes, I'll get a commission for that, but if you don't and you want to just buy it directly, that's fine. It's entirely up to you. But that's my Aweber review. Any questions, let me know, and thanks for watching. I will see you soon. Take care.